Great introduction to part 7. How dare they hold a mirror to my face and say, oh, just because you didn't like Frank, it was okay? I'm just kidding. Hundreds of people died. It's not funny. It was not okay. But now they're holding a mirror up to my face and said, oh, watch it happen to Arcady too? What the fuck? War? Don't. Stop. Guys, would you rather have your atmosphere popped like a bubble or, what's it called? Ignited. Would you have your... Would you rather have your atmosphere popped or ignited? Everyone vote. Why not both? Okay, I feel like you're joking, but I just thought of how horrific that would be. Okay, so you get... If you did both, you would set them on fire and then immediately evaporate the air after they've burned. And then you evaporate, like, everything. That's what that would be like. Oh my god. So you're burned and evaporated. Amazing. That's crazy. Fortunately, no one has combined them so far. It's like you get burned and then extinguished, and then you die. How fun. It was not hard to destroy Martian towns. No harder than breaking a window or popping a balloon. Nadia Chernyshevsky discovered this while holed up in the city offices of Laswitz, a tent town which had been punctured one night just after sunset. All the surviving occupants were now huddled in the city offices or the physical plant. For 3 days, they had spent their time going out to try to repair the tent. But the Terran news packages were concerned with its own wars, which seemed to be coalescing into one. Only infrequently was there a report, a brief report, on the wrecked Martian towns. Only infrequently was there a brief report on the wrecked Martian towns. One said that many domed craters had been hit by missiles from over the horizon, usually in a sequence where oxygen or, oh my god, they're doing it, guys. I have not read ahead, by the way. No pre-watch. Often, or usually in a sequence, where oxygen or aerated fuels were introduced and then quickly followed by an igniter that caused explosions of varying severity. From anti-personnel fires to blasts that blew the domes off, to really big explosions that in effect re-excavated the craters. Anti-personnel oxygen fires appeared to be the most common. These left the infrastructure intact, for the most part. Oh my. Tent towns. Sorry, the oh my was my own commentary. Tent towns were simpler still. Most of them had been punctured by Phobos-based lasers. Some had had their physical plants targeted by guided cruise missiles. Others had been invaded by troops of one kind or another. Their spaceports seized. Armored rovers crashing through city walls. And in rare cases, rocket pack paratroopers descended from above. Nadia watched the jiggling video images that so clearly revealed the fear of the camera operators. Nadia watched the jiggling video images that so clearly revealed the fear of the camera operators. Her stomach collapsing to a tight walnut inside her. What are they doing? Testing methods? She cried. I doubt it, said Yeli Zudov. It's probably just a matter of different groups trying different methods. Some look like they're trying to do as little damage as possible. Others seem to want to kill as many as they can. Make more room for emigration. Nadia turned away, sickened. She got up and took off for the kitchen, bent slightly over her collapsed stomach, desperate to do something. In the kitchen, they had turned on a generator and were microwaving frozen dinners. She helped hand them out, moving up and down a line of people sitting in the hall outside. Unwashed faces, splashed with black frost-nipped blisters. Some people talked animatedly, others sat like statues, or slept leaning against each other. Most of them had been residents of Laswitz, but a good number had driven in from tents or hideouts that had been destroyed from space, or attacked by ground forces. Is stupid, an old Arab woman was saying to a gnarled little man. My parents were Red Crescent in Baghdad when the Americans bombed it. If they have the sky, is nothing you can do. Nothing. We have to surrender. Surrender as soon as possible. But to whom? The little man asked wearily. And for whom? And how? To anyone, from everybody, and by radio, of course. The woman glared at Nadia, who shrugged. Then her wrist pad beeped, and Sasha Yefremov babbled into a tinny wrist phone voice. To anyone, from everybody, and by radio, of course. The woman glared at Nadia, who shrugged. Then her wrist pad beeped, and Sasha Yefremov babbled in a tinny wrist phone voice. The water station north of town had gone up in an explosion, and the well it had capped was now fountaining in an artesian eruption of water and ice. I'll be right there, Nadia said, shocked. The town's water station tapped the lower end of the Losvitz aquifer, which was a big one. If any significant part of the aquifer broached the surface, the water station and the town and the entire canyon they lay in would disappear in a catastrophic flood. And worse, Burroughs was located only 200 kilometers down the slope of Syrtis and Isidis. And the flood could very conceivably run that far. Burroughs. Its population was far too large to evacuate, especially now that it had become a refuge for people escaping the war. There was simply no other place to go. Surrender! The Arab woman insisted from the hall. All surrender! I don't think that will work anymore, Nadia said, and ran for the building's lock. And that'll be all for tonight. Thank you. Imminent flood. Unless, hold on. God damn it. There's like four more pages until like a natural break. I mean, technically that's a natural break. Like if you ask me, there's clearly a break right there. But if we do like 4 more pages, it's not the end of the chapter, but there's like a segment. Do you think I should stop now? Actually, I can't stay up too late tonight anyways. So, okay, wait, never mind. We're going to end there for now. Our new goal is to finish this by 2026. We will finish this book by 2026, I promise.